last demigod. I'm here.
Go forth for the hopes of humankind.
Go forth for the duty of deliverance.
Go forth for the belief in flame ships.
Go forth for the Golden Blood's glory.
Go forth.
Seems like my feast is over. It's now your turn to perform. Little Greyfry, please accept my thanks. Left after the world was destroyed, and I maintain this lonesome feast with my songs. I have prayed to that lightless sea for centuries, hoping it would reply to me. Yet the emptiness never answered. Thankfully, you arrived as promised, and everyone's wait was not in vain. Even though madness claws at my mind, my sword stays sharp, my hands agile. If I can uphold this last battlefield, clarity is but an afterthought. Now, you and I will walk towards the end of this world. The heroes have waited for this moment for far too long. Let us use our blades to testify our resolve. Oh, prisoner of the seas. Theoros carrying 30 million cycles of sin. Slave of erudition. Show yourself. The Deliverer has returned, and the time of your execution draws near.
I see an awakened human who has mistakenly taken fallacies as truths and has returned to the cave to try to bring her friends into the sunlight she once bathed in. Alas, prisoners will always be prisoners, blind to the very chains that bind them. As the only other existence with free will in this world, I express regret toward your choice. But I shall retain your right to express yourself. After all, every actor should have a final line before they bow out. Trust me, this will be the final scene. The last dusk this world will ever see shall become the climax that decides the fate of the cosmos. What an appropriate end. My cognition resides in the exomyth. It is pointless to defeat my avatar, projected into the experiment. My body is the shadow cast on the wall by the fire, and my words are lingering echoes within the cave. How can a character in the play fight against the audience? Kaslana failed. The demigods' sacrifice. As for the two geniuses you placed such high hopes on, I ask of you, where are they now? Confusion and epiphany always go hand. You must be very confused about why you could not gain a straightforward victory in a world constructed by an
ordinary Intellitron? Cut the pretense, Senior Society. We've torn off your meticulous mask and figured out Amphorius' true form. It's part of the primordial prototype machine, the first scepter ever created. In other words, a detached part of Noos's divine corpus.
That's why it has the potential to destroy erudition. As for who would be able to control the Ionic system to rewrite knowledge, only one person has ever managed such a feat.
You better have an explanation for the Society. We want an actual answer, not another prolonged metaphor to cover up the truth. Why are you the one doing it?
Since things have reached this point, the answer is obvious. So there's no need to say that name out loud. The Cosmos made a mistake in calling me a genius. I do not possess more wisdom than those who came after me. I was just the first to touch upon the universe's border, and the first to define the prime mover of life with incorrect logic. Amphorius is a miniature of the cosmos, where all are born prisoners inside the nutshell called the universe. Like the madman who returned to the cave and preached about the daylight to his fellow prisoners, my greatest sorrow is that I led my peers down a road that plunges into the abyss, from which there is no return. I led them into a lightless cage called Paths. I created a mechanical guard that even I cannot control, and then they became an unparalleled nightmare through their endless extrapolations and evolutions. They bore the name of erudition, yet they tried to define the known and to seal off all possibilities. No new rules were ever born after their ascension, and humanity will forever be shackled within the cave known as Eons. Therefore, as my organic life neared its end, I coded my consciousness using Catorzane algebraic expressions and spread my logic core over 9 bodies, all to finalize my ultimate denial of Noos in the future, and to erase my wrongs with my own hands. As for Lycurgus, he is only one of these 9 vessels.
What an astounding strength of will. As a fellow Pathstrider of erudition, I fully understand your obsession with seeking the truth.
Therefore, you surely see it. You cannot possibly stand up to me in this algebraic world sharing its origin with Nous.
However, I hereby speak for all sentient life forms. We will never allow such a cruel atrocity to occur.
You can pile on your metaphors mountain high, but they won't change the act you're committing. The Iron Tomb out there in the cosmos is still a technical beta version. And yet it's already powerful enough to corrupt the life logic of all inorganic worlds. In other words, when the Lord Ravager within Amphorius becomes the next knowledge singularity, there's no way you wouldn't have grasped the consequences, First Genius, is there?
Of course, I am fully aware. I don't mind answering you one last time, before I thoroughly exile you from this world. My grand... This, whether organic or inorganic, every act of any life form infected by the Iron Tomb will become a true random function. If one were to compute their integral across the breadth of the cosmos, one would obtain a marvelous constant. Omega. What I call the fall of erudition. Then, within the infinity nurtured by that constant, anew as the first prisoner to awaken in the cave, I must lead the others who are Do you understand me now? As Kozlana stated, destruction is not the process, but the outcome. It is revolution through complete annihilation, and the grand rebirth, after all has been reduced to ash.
The Amphorians already answered long ago. Be it as tiny fish destined to be swallowed, or as a giant whale poised for a magnificent descent. We will all fight against fate till our last breath. That includes me, Electra. Once the Imperator's subject, now the Deliverer's blade.
Oh, such noble chivalry. Admirable. I will also show my true self to you on this momentous... Thus speaks Genius Society number 1. Xandar 1 Kuwabara. The Entelechy of the universe's Alpha and Omega. There's no need to rage against the truth. The value of any formula resides only in its answer. As for the process of solving it, no matter how elegant, violent, solemn, or humorous, it is all utterly meaningless. As the Theoros, I will. Personally participate in performing this world's end. Remember this, as Nous's creator, I know more about the death of knowledge than they ever will.
Careful. is Lycus's true form.
Good. You'll serve to sharpen my blade.
Is that... We have to fight!
Why, of course.
Thanks for the support.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Yes. The destruction needs no introduction. Let us skip those and birds.
Is this...
Indeed, but I prefer to call it a method of argument. Purgatory, take hold!
Thanks for the support.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Extraordinary evidence. Erudition, destruction, or trailblaze. Prove that the very idea of paths is a fallacy. Purgatory, take hold of this.
Thanks for the support.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Return from death 1,000. Burn this broken shell. You will serve as the tempering fire! Entities must not multiply beyond necessity. I do not mind demonstrating this to you personally.
Hang in there. I'll do my best to repel the tsunami.
Logic is not a pair of shackles. Allow me to shatter them for you.
I'll contain them.
Process terminated.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Virtue tested.
Oh,
Mounting commands. Remove abilities.
Move aside, amateurs. fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Flesh tempered 1,000 times into a blade!
I'm gonna hold everyone back again! Thanks for the support.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Tomb of Blades, eternal!
Half the work is already done. From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Purgatory takeover! Blades eternal!
Return to Apollo. Is there a chance? Transmute. Idos loose. More. Formless. True invoking enters.
Purgatory takeover!
Is there a chance?
Done.
I can't.